Hey guys, this is Ragnon, and I wanted to share a video today about the Auric Basin farm that I've really enjoyed doing. This is a farm for people that really enjoy a little bit of a less repetitive farm because it does use the entire map. The basic premise of it is really just to run around the outermost loop of the map that you can and kill as many mobs as you can, especially the ones that people don't normally want to kill on their way to the next thing and the next event that they're doing. Things like jungle boars, things like veterans, targeting as many things that you can kill as possible, getting up to 7,000 experience per each kill with your boosts. So it's also not a bad way to make money because flax is so popular right now for guilds. Guilds need just about everything that the guild halls need in some way or another requires flax. I could be wrong, but I know a lot of it requires flax, and that's why right now, as of the making of this video, which is about 2 weeks after that came out, flax is selling for, I think it's about 10 silver. 10 silver each. Yeah, okay, it went down. About 7 silver each. But still, it's quite a bit of money. In addition to the masteries. Now, with this farm, running around in circles around and killing stuff on the path, you can expect to make, I tested it, and in about 30 minutes, I was making about 500,000 experience. If you get luckier with mobs that haven't been killed as much, you could make more or you could make less, but that would be probably a safe benchmark for you to assume, so you can make about 1 million an hour. Now, you can use whatever build you want, but I'll quickly share my Power Ranger build that I've really been enjoying for I've been using since I came into the Heart of Thorns maps. It's just half assassins, half cavaliers. So the top 3 pieces are assassins, bottom 3 pieces are cavaliers. I'm sorry I don't have ascended. I'm working on that. Runes of the Ranger I found work really well. Assassin's bow, either berserker or assassin greatsword. You can also use something like sword warhorn if you want. And then trinkets, probably half assassin. Sorry, half assassin, half cavalier would be best. Mine's kind of a mess right now. I just kind of used whatever ascended I had from other characters, and it's worked out fine for me. It's got a mix of stats. I got some berserker, I got some knights and stuff, but it's worked out okay for me for now. I do plan to get full cavaliers trinkets, and then mixing that with berserkers to stat optimize. But since this is not a build video and this is a farm video, we'll keep moving real quick. And then traits I'm using are marksmanship, skirmishing, beast mastery. For marksmanship, I'm using bottom, middle, bottom. For skirmishing, I'm using top, and for beast mastery, I'm using bottom, middle. And this just gives you a really good skill set, trait set for Power Ranger. It is built around shouts, and so I'm bringing We Heal as 1, Guard, Sick 'em, Protect Me, and Strength of the Pack. The reason I'm bringing all shouts is because of We Heal as 1 copying boons. You can actually maintain a lot of swiftness by doing this. So even just with Guard and We Heal as 1, you can maintain perma-swiftness with a lot of wiggle room. And also perma regeneration, so that's pretty helpful for getting you up between fights. Also, I'm gonna do a separate video about this build, but it's really good for stacking might between your smoke scale and your bristleback and strength of the pack, along with We Heal as 1. You can have 25 stacks of might for the majority of any engagement, and it's really nice. So. Here's the farm. Alright, so the farm looks like this. I start at the Wanderer's Waypoint, and I like to jump down into this trench with the mushrooms. There's packs of pocket raptors that really help you to get up your kill streak stack very quickly. You can get it in one fight, which is why this zone is also so good for this. It's really easy to keep up your kill streak bonuses with the pocket raptors. And then you progress down along, hugging the map as close to the edge as you can. When I get to Northwatch, I typically just kill the tendrils to keep up my my kill streak stack, but I don't spend too much time on them because they're not that much experience. And then you cut down around through to this river here, and there's actually a lot of, I think they're called plated behemoths, that give a lot of experience because they're very rarely killed. And then as you continue down through, eventually you'll continue down to Bristleback Chasm, and this area right here, the Weeping Glade, where you normally capture your Bristleback as a ranger. This has a couple Bristleback hatchlings that give a lot of experience. Do not kill the veteran Bristlebacks. They are way too tanky, they'll take way too long, and you will lose your kill streak stacks. So I'd advise not killing those. Just kill the hatchlings and move on. There's also usually a lot of good gathering there. And then I go down here and take the long way around through Mossheart Walk. I kill the things on the center platforms as long as in the valleys on either side. There's some rolling devils that give a good amount of experience. I forget the name of them. Stoneheads or something. Those give quite a bit of experience because people just generally don't kill those. And then as you keep going, you can continue south. Avoid this section over here of Chack Hollow. I mean, you can go down that way, but just be mindful that it's a dead end. It actually leads into the next zone, so you'll have to run back, and if you do that, you might lose your kill streak. So I just advise going west, and this section up here, the Jawaddle Grounds, has some good mobs in there. Actually, I think right here there's a mastery point, and there's a section of people that give quite a bit of experience, and there's a chest back there that's kind of nice to drop by on the way. I'd avoid killing the big veteran Nuok Frog guy. He takes too long and he'll lose your stacks. So kill everybody else and then leave. And then at this point, right about here-ish, there's actually a vine wall that prevents you from going any further if the map is at a certain point. So if that's the case, well, first, if that's not the case, then you continue down through here, killing Mordrim. There's some champions standing up on a ledge, just ignore those. Or legendary on the ledge, ignore him. And then kill Mordrim and walk over here, and I believe it's, I'm forgetting where it's at. I think it's over here in Griffinfall. There's a lot of Mordrim Menders, a lot of Mordrim enemies that actually give quite a bit of experience, so I'd try to kill those. And then at that point you'd continue right here. You'd continue up through to the falls, and continuing up until you hit your waypoint up here, and then you start over. At that point you can taxi into a new map, or you can actually start over and you still get pretty good experience. Now, what I was talking about before, if this section right here is blocked off with the vine walls and you can't progress, then if Southwatch waypoint is open, then you can go to there and skip the bottom section and then just kind of cut up through after Griffinfall to the falls. Or you can actually go back up to the Wanderer's Waypoint and cut directly south along the west side of the map and do it that way. And then once you're done, you can waypoint back and start the farm over. This map does have a lot of sections that are cut off with event chains and stuff, so if you're cut off from a section, just keep going, try to find something else to kill. Don't lose your stacks. If you do lose your kill streak stack, find a section of pocket raptors and quickly get them back up before you continue, because you're losing out on several thousand experience by not having that up. So that's very important. Try to keep it up at all times. And that's the farm. I hate to say it, but honestly, it's really good to do this while the meta event is going on. So if you can find a fail map where they're obviously not trying for the meta event and it's going to be a fail anyways, it is really good to do it during that time, because the map's been active for a long time and everything's unlocked. There's no paths that are blocked, and people will be busy doing other things, so the mobs are open for you to kill. If you get into a fresh map, you might not be getting that much experience per each of the kills. So the best ones are meta event maps that are going to fail, where they don't care about the meta event. And then also, right now I'm in a map that is actually being closed because it's after the meta event. So, you know, after the meta event, it says you have an hour to volunteer to leave the map before the map closes. That's actually a really good time for you to farm, because the map is going to progressively get less and less people. So the kills are all for you. There will be sections that are blocked off on the map at this point because it's reset the chain, and there's nobody to do the events. So that does cut a little bit of your path out, but you have very little competition for killing the mobs, so they generate quite a bit of experience. And just be advised, if you do this and you're in a map that is a volunteer to leave, don't waypoint. If you waypoint, you'll be thrown into a regular map. And so if you do plan to use the empty map, try to avoid waypointing. And just to kind of wrap things up, this is a really fun farm if you enjoy just exploring and gathering, and it's a little more of a change of scenery than some of the other farms because you're utilizing the entire map, and it does get you really familiar with the map, so that's a benefit too. It's also a good way to knock out your masks and just kind of get familiar with the map. So I've really enjoyed it. I hope you guys do too, and hopefully we'll see you for the next video. Thanks.